Welcome to Word Problems about a fraction of a group, lesson 34. And at the top of your page it says that a diagram can be used to make understanding a fraction of a group easier. I found that at first, when I show this method, a lot of students get very confused. They don't like it, they can maybe just solve it in their head. They don't need a diagram. However, in the long run, I think the diagram does help, and it will show you visually, for a lot of you who like visuals, how to break down a fraction of a group. So let's just take a really basic one, a fraction of a group. Let's say you had a box of cookies, and that's your group, and there's 10 in the box, and I want you to share that with someone else. So you're going to split it in half. So what is half of the group? A lot of your 10 cookies, half of that is 5. In a diagram, let's show it like this. Okay, that's our box of cookies, and how many are in there? 10. So let's put the 10 at the top. And we're going to split this box of cookies between how many people? 2. We said we'd split it in half. 2 is at the bottom. That's what we'll split it in, 2 groups. Now, what would go in each part of the box to make the 10? Would we put 2 in here and 8 in here? Because 2 plus 8 makes 10? No. We'd put 5 and 5, because each one should share evenly, right? 5 and 5. And now the question I asked was, how much would each person get? What's half of 10? So you could circle 1 out of the 2, or shave 1 out of the 2, to show that 5 will get, I'll get 5 and someone else will get 5. Each person will get 5. Okay? Now I know that's a very simple one, but let's try to take it a little bit more complicated. Let's say 2/3 of the 48 points on the team was scored by girls. So how many points did the girls score on that team? So I want to know what 2/3 of 48 is. How many points the girls scored. Let's try the same method. Draw a box to show your whole group. And the whole group scored 48 points. So we have 48 on the top. Now what are we going to split it into? Now I said 2/3 of the girls scored the points. So the bottom number, the denominator, is 3. We're going to split this into thirds, because we're splitting it into 2. We want to find out what 2/3 are. So we'll split it. Now here comes the math part. What is 1/3 of 48? Because we need to know what plus what makes 48. And some students are very good at doing guess and check. They'll 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36, too little. 15 plus 15 plus 15 is 45. I'm getting close. Okay. The way to always find it is to take that bottom number, third, and divide it into the top number. What's 1/3 of 48? If you find 1/3 of 48, you know what to put in each box. So 3 into 48, subtract, and you would get 16. So you put 16 for here, 16 for here, and 16 for here. Each third is 16. Now, let's go to the question. 2/3 of the points were scored by girls. 2 of those boxes. 16 and 16. So how many points did the girls score? 16 plus 16 is 32. So the girls scored 32 points. And if they asked then, how many points did the boys score? What's left over? 16 is left over, that's what the boys scored. Okay? Let's take a look at a problem on your worksheet. And number 1 would be good. It says 3/5 of the 30 students in the class sang in the choir. How many students sang in the choir? Illustrate and solve each fraction story. You know what? They already help you with that one. I'm going to go ahead and do number 4. Okay, because they don't show you anything on that. So let me help you with that. Number 4 says 5/6 of the 30 students walked to school. How many walked to school? So let's go ahead and draw our box. 5/6 of the 30 students. There's 30 in this whole set. And we're looking for 5/6 So we have to divide this into sixths. One, two, three, four, five, six. And now what will add 6 times to make 30? Okay. 5 times 6 makes 30. So each of these will be 5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. All right, and we want to know what 5/6 of them, how 5/6 of them went to school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shaded that 5. 5 5s make 25. So how many walk to school? 25. How many don't? 5 left over. Now mathematically, let me show you a shortcut in checking your answer. The question is 5/6 of 30. 5/6 of 30. Okay? Anytime you want to find a fraction of a whole, you divide the bottom two. How many 6s fit in 30? 5. And you multiply that answer to the top number. 5 times 5 is 25. All right? Let's try that again with a 2/3 of 48. Remember that one? 2/3 of 48. 3 into 48 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. If you remember, we said 32 girls. How about the half of the box of cookies? Half of 10. 2 goes into 10. 5 times. 5 times 1. 5. Half of 10 is 5. Now that's a shortcut, and by all means, please do that. But if it asks you to illustrate, then they're asking you to draw that box the way I showed you. If you have any questions about this concept, please see me. I'm sure you'll be doing this all year long. Thanks.